Can you use your connections to make clients? Absolutely! Check out this video right now to find out how. Hey, welcome to the Millionaire Recruiter. I'm Brianna Rooney, your Millionaire Recruiter. And if you haven't yet seen this channel before, it is all about making you the next Millionaire Recruiter. Okay, so let's get to it. This is gonna be a little bit different this week and it's going to be a screen share, so see you on my computer.
Okay, so let's get into it. Why do you have all these connections? To make money from them. Obviously, you can't make money from every single connection, although I'm sure some people are going to disagree. But you build your network not to look super cool on LinkedIn, although I'm sure you do, but really to make money and to connect and build relationships. And so I think that a lot of people that are just starting out or maybe just used to what they're used to aren't really pushing their limits to become the millionaire recruiter. And I think in order to do that, become the millionaire recruiter, you need to use your connections to the best of your ability. And you cannot ever forget about them. You've earned them. You need to use them. And so here's a great way to use your connections to get into clients. First of all, you don't forget about them, right? Hopefully, they're already reaching out to you for referrals because you did a great job. But sometimes, sadly, they forget about you. We don't want them to do that. So let's look them up. So we're going to look up recruiters. Think about this. So if you are connected with recruiters, what could they possibly do for you? Of course, they want to work with you. Why wouldn't they want to work with you? That would be amazing. All right, so you're going to come in here to the search. You're going to put in recruiter. You could do VP of people, who a lot of times are big time decision makers. However, it's not a title that's used as often as I would like through LinkedIn. And so I'm going to just use straight up recruiter, because if they were a VP of people, more than likely they were a recruiter before. So that's going to really take everything into consideration, which is really important. And so not only will hopefully your first connections that are current recruiters or VP of people or anything in between help you to get their companies to be your clients, but again, maybe you've worked with them before and now they're just going to bring you with. So here we go. Let's do location. I am still rocking the San Francisco Bay Area. You know it. Okay, so let's go through. I don't think you need any additional filters in that for this type of search. If I'm looking for engineers or specific skills, absolutely. But really all I'm looking for are for recruiters, anyone in that realm to really get me into their current company. And hopefully we've already worked well together, or hopefully they're just like, hey, yeah, cool, first connection, totally forgot about you. I would love for you to help. So we're going to do that pretty easily. These first couple I actually know personally, so we're not going to go there. But here's what we do. So Airbnb. Who doesn't want to work with Airbnb? Hey, you don't even know if I do. So we're going to, I'm going to message really quickly. Hey, Stephanie, we used to, I haven't worked with her at Uber, but let's just pretend I did. Hey, we worked together at Uber, so you're at Airbnb. What's going on? You like it there? Do you need any help on the tech side? I have an amazing pipeline. There's 20 recruiters over here at Techies now. Would love to help you out and work with you. Bam. Super simple. I mean, that's how easy that can be, right? There's the message. Here's another one. Let's go through. We have Nolan at Poshmark. We're hiring. Bing, 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 bing. Hey, Nolan, what's going on? See, you guys are hiring over at Poshmark. You need any tech, any software engineers? I specialize in that. I've done it for a really long time here at Techies. Again, whatever. Here's what I really suggest. Whenever you're doing any kind of reach out, you need to have what I call a template. I do not call it a spam because it is not a spam. Yes, in theory, a template can be sent out to multiple people, but you're really just writing a message that has your personality, has the vibe, has the feel, but you can interchange words, For example, let's say Stephanie said that she was hiring here at Airbnb, like same thing. Be like, hey, here you're hiring at ding, 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 Airbnb. Here you're hiring at ding, 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 Poshmark. That's how easily things can be interchanged. And when you're doing templates, make sure to have them, starred in the middle so you can just easily be like, oh, I got to take that out. That's how you can really be efficient with your work with still being very, very thorough. Because that's what people need to feel. They need to feel that they're just not a number. Is recruiting technically sales? Yeah, absolutely. But it's, in my opinion, well thought out sales. Okay. Here's this one. Really quick. How's it going at Triple Crown? Need any software engineers? This should just go really, really fast. And unless I've worked with them before, there's no need to mention anything. You just keep going, keep messaging. Look how many pages I have of just people that do what I do and can respect the fact that I do a great job. My recommendations are on there. If you haven't catched the video from last week, that's what that was about. Getting your recommendations on there. It's like your badge of honor, just like with how many connections you have. You have to have that 500 in order to do good work, but so are your recommendations. So let's not go on that tangent because I already did it. So go to the next page, right? Here we go. There is just endless supply of people. Dropbox, eClub. I mean, there's so many ways. We typically don't work with bigger companies like an Apple, for example, an Apple, Google, Facebook. We normally go smaller, more like high growth, but who's not to say that we can't or that we won't? Think of it like that. People will definitely respond, or I shouldn't say definitely, but tend to respond more to first connections, regardless if they know or remember who you are. Another good thing to think about is if someone says, hey, remember me? How often are you going to say, no, I don't? People do not want to give other people bad news, and they also don't want to be confrontational. So if you want to roll that way, feel free. I tend not to. I've done this for too long, right? But I know lots of recruiters that do that and that are successful doing something like that and saying, hey, remember me. But do with whatever you are comfortable with. And there's just a ton of money, regardless, to be made via connections. And you just have to go ahead and do it and not forget about it. Another great thing can be a tangent on Recruiter, which is something we won't do today, but I'll do in another video. But very quickly, you can set up alerts for every time one of your connections switch jobs. So, for example, let's say I was working with Stephanie at Unity. Well, not always am I going to be that first email. Hey, Brianna, I left Unity. Nice working with you. Hopefully I am. But lots of times recruiters are not on first of mind, unfortunately. So we got to work for it. So I get an alert that Stephanie left Unity and went to Dropbox. Whoop, ding, 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 ding. I'm going to go ahead and message Stephanie. Be like, hey, remember me? Worked at Unity together. I loved working there. I see her at Dropbox. It's amazing. Congratulations. Do you need help at Dropbox? My quality, stuff like that. So that's an extremely warm lead. And that's something you can have set up as an alert. And it looks like actually you could create a little search alert here on a regular LinkedIn as well. So constantly regular LinkedIn and Recruiter are updating things and you have to really be on top of it. So anyways, that's definitely something here that is new to me. I normally rock regular Recruiter. So this is really cool. So I will do another video on this create search alert, because if you can do that on a regular LinkedIn, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. So there's lots of different tricks to become efficient and really to use your connections very wisely. Yeah, there's of course another way to do it, which is your hiring managers as well. But today's video was strictly about recruiting, VP of people, stuff like that. That are currently people that you are very much working with now in companies as a tech recruiter, and also your connections too. So make sure you go through all of that and become the next millionaire recruiter, because there's lots of ways to do it and to be efficient about it. Not so hard. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to hear from everyone that is a current recruiter that already does this? Or what do you do? What videos should I do about this? Because like I said, there's quite a few ways to use your connections, all sorts of ways to become clients, not just the recruiting route that I mentioned here today. So would love to hear about it. Hope you watch every Thursday at noon, like, subscribe, and do never forget that money is just the vessel that gets you to do all the amazing things that you want to do in life. So you go out and do it, and I will see you next week.